Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all well. Middle of the week now, halfway through the first working week back. Woohoo, get in there. Anyway, we're back with another beer review. As you can tell from the title, this is another one from the Perfect Draft, or the Pro, I should say. And it's recently released keg. It's from Camden, and this is their Easy IPA. It's coming in at 5% ABV, and individually the kegs are £39.90 on their own. Now, I picked two kegs up, got it as part of an offer. I think they were doing 2 for 70, so it's like £5 off a keg. So they've come in at sort of like 35 quid, haven't they? And then by the time you return your kegs, that's going to bring that down to 30 quid plus whatever I made on buying the kegs as well. So, but pretty much sort of just shy of 3 quid a pint for a draft beer at home. So yeah, it's already loaded in there. It went in there yesterday. Now the recommended temperature of this beer on the app, they recommend 2 degrees. I know it's a juicy number and what have you, but 2 degrees seems a little bit cold for me. So I've got it set at 5 degrees at the moment. Now, I have had the other keg that I bought. Never got round to reviewing it. That was over Christmas. So this is the final keg that I've got. So I do need to get a review out now. I've had nothing out of this one at the moment. So any second now, we're going to go over there and do a video with do the pour. There's the glass, the Camden Jack glass. Now, to me, this one looks a little bit dirty. Now, I didn't clean the glasses last time I had the other keg, so it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest that whoever cleaned them didn't do a bazzer job of cleaning them. Put it that way. Proper beer glass clean, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's going to go in that. So I'll probably just turn the camera round. I have actually got the Camden off menu tap handle because they had an offer not long ago with the Goose Island, the Via Roma and the Camden. Buy 2 kegs for something like 65 quid, I think it was, and you get like the proper tap handles with them. So I've done that. So at the moment the Camden tap handle is on, as you can see over there. So I'm just going to keep that turned like that. I'm going to go over there, do the pour. We'll come back and crack on with the review. It's probably going to be quite lively as well because it's the first pour. But hey ho, it did actually pour quite well originally, but this one clearly isn't pouring quite well. Oh dear, that really has got over. We've got a spillage there. I might have to get the other glass, I think. I think we'll get the other glass out. Bear with me. What a review this is, eh? This is a fucking shambles. There we go. Right, we'll get the other glass. We'll leave that one on the table there. Look at that. That was a bit lively. Hopefully this one will come out better. But we shall see. I've got bloody cat meowing now, so when I do sit down, I'll just pull. Oh dear, this is a nightmare. I'm having a nightmare. Oh well. It will be what it will be. So we'll turn the camera back round. I'm going to pause the video just for a second. Let the bloody cat out. Right, where are we? Right, we're back. So that's the first one that we got half and half. And that's the second one where we got about 60-40. So we'll go with that one first. It's not a problem. There's a big head on it. What's it matter? It's all going to go to beer. But do you know what's good about it is the head is sticking around. It's sort of like a deep amber looking colour. I'm not seeing any carbonation, slightly hazy. Oh, there is some bubbles going up, but slightly hazy and a nice thick compact head. So yeah, looks like a hazy IPA. So like I say, coming in at 5%. We'll try and give it a swirl and see what we get on the nose. Yeah, nice little hoppy note to it. Tropical. It's quite hard to give it a good swirl and get everything. A little bit of a sweet malty back note to it. Tropical, pineapple, hoppy. smells quite pleasant. It smells pleasant, and really, if it tastes pleasant and goes down easy, it's doing exactly what you want it to do. So I'm going to stop talking. Camden Easy IPA in the Perfect Draft Pro. It's 5% ABV. It does recommend setting it at 2 degrees. I've got mine set at 5 degrees. Let's dive in and give her a taste. Cheers, everyone. Very juicy. Very juicy. And pleasant, really. It's pleasant. It's easy drinking, like it says. Nothing really offensive there. Just a good, easygoing sort of IPA, really. So let's go in and do me usual stuff for you. Body 5%. It's not a heavy 5% body, but nor is it thin at the same time. It's middle of the road sort of 5% body, which makes it easy drinkable. There's a bit of carbonation in there, but it's not too much. It's not overpowering. Probably suits the beer perfectly, if I'm honest. I think the weight of the beer is ideal, really, for what it's trying to be. I think the carbonation is busy enough to sort of push flavours around the inside of your mouth without being too vigorous. I'm going to have a cat coming up any second now, so if you see a ginger backside in the picture, I do apologise. It's not the smoothest, it's got to be said. Like I say, the carbonation's not too much of a problem for drinking, but it does roughen up the mouthfeel a bit, so it's not the smoothest. That said, it doesn't really ruin the beer because the beer is so easy going. It doesn't really do any damage to drinking the beer. Pour the rest of that one in there. We'll get one 3/4 full one out of this. So there we go, that one's empty. Let's go on with some tasting notes. Yeah, slightly hoppy, a little bit of a malty backbone. For me, sort of pineapple is probably the main big note in this. You do get mango, a bit of sort of like a say mango stroke sweet orange, maybe tangerine, that sort of thing going on. A little bit of a tropical feel as well. Pardon me. It's very easy going. It's very drinkable. Pardon me again. Nothing too taxing on the brain to sort of think about, but enough flavour in there without it being boring. There is just a touch of bitterness in there, but not a massive amount. 5%, I wouldn't really say you're blown away by a 5% ABV beer. It's not really giving you a massive amount of alcohol or anything sort of feel to it. You could probably get away with it. If somebody told you it was 4.5%, you'd probably believe that. I'm definitely getting more sort of orange citrus notes from this second keg. The first keg certainly felt there are tropical notes there, but for me I found it more sort of pineapple with notes of, say, orange, mango, but more tropical notes, whereas this one feels more sort of citrusy. But it's a nice enough beer. I mean, it's exactly what the keg is, really. It's easy going. It's no mind blower. The bloody hiccups now. Yeah, it's no mind blower. It's not. You're not going to sit there and go, my God, this is the world's greatest beer on Perfect Draft. It's not. But what it is a nice, easy going one. It's definitely a summer sort of drink. It's one that's going to go down well. I mean, we're in January now. Most of the days are like -3, aren't they, at the moment, seems to be. So it doesn't really suit this time of year. But if they do keep it, when you start getting maybe some nice spring evenings or spring days, some summer evenings, summer afternoons, this will go down a treat, because it's a nice non-thinker without anything particularly nasty there, and nothing that's going to really fill you up too much either. So for me, Camden and their Easy IPA, I think that's solid. That's what I'm going to say. That's a solid, easy drinking beer, pretty inoffensive, that I think most people would actually get on with, if I'm honest. Like I say, no world beater, but it's enjoyable enough without having to think too much. And really, that's probably one of the better releases that has come out this year, if I'm honest, just because it actually doesn't try to do too much, but what it does as you want it to do. So it drinks easy and it tastes nice. So I'm going to shove the cat out the way. Thank you, cat. I'm going to end it there. A thumbs up for me from the Camden Easy. As I said, in my look at the beers of 2024, this was sort of tie fourth for me. So it is one of the better kegs that's been released. Would I order it again? I would, actually. It wouldn't be one that I'm going to rush out and buy constantly. But it's nice enough to actually want to drink it again. So there you go. There's my thoughts on this. If you've had Camden Easy IPA before from the Perfect Draft, please let me know your thoughts. Maybe I need to try it at 2 degrees. I've got it set at 5 degrees. I had it set at 5 degrees the last time I had the other keg. So, mate, you know, I've got 9 odd pints left now. So I can maybe give it a go at 2 degrees and see if we get any difference. So, yeah, if you've had it, let me know your thoughts on it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back with another one very soon. Cheers.